I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have 15 anticipated new releases for fall and winter of 2024. Alright, I know I do my monthly releases all the time, but I wanted to do like 15 of my most anticipated releases for the rest of 2024. So we're talking fall, kind of going into winter as well, because I have some for September, October, November, and December. So let's get into these. So first up I have Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This one is coming out on September 17th. This one I am very excited for. This was actually an indie published fantasy romance first, and then the author got picked up with this book with a traditional publisher, and so it's getting its traditional published release, which is coming out on September 17th. So I'm very excited for this one. So this one I've been wanting to read for really the entire year. I first heard about it, I think in last December into January. I know some friends read this and loved it so much, and so I wanted to grab it as well, but I didn't grab it in time before it got taken down off of Kindle Unlimited when it got that traditionally published deal. So I am highly anticipating this one. I can't wait. I love the green. I don't know too much about it, which is kind of how I like to go into fantasy romances. So I know it's fantasy romance. I know it involves dragons, and I'm excited to get to it. I think I pre-ordered this one as well, so yeah, I can't wait. On to September 18th, we have All Too Well by Corinne Michaels. This is the first in a new small town series from her, and I'm very excited. This one has a lot of tropes that I love. Corinne Michaels is an author that I've really enjoyed her new releases. There were some of her books or series that I was reading a couple years ago that were kind of more hit and miss for me, but her newer stuff I've loved so much. So yeah, All Too Well is out on September 18th. It has Brother's Best Friend, Single Dad, Forced Proximity, a Firefighter Hero, Unrequited Love, Grumpy Sunshine, Boy Next Door, Small Town. I'm so excited. The cover is adorable and so cute. Can't wait to have like a physical copy of this one as well, and just to read it. I'm so excited. All right, on September 24th, we have The Wraith King by Juliet Cross. This one is her newest fantasy romance. This one I am obsessed with the cover. I've been obsessed with this cover since last year when it was revealed. This book was supposed to come out in January of 2024, but it got pushed back pretty early on to the year and was pushed back until September. So I was totally fine with that, because like there's tons of other books to read until then. So now it's release month, and I'm very excited for this one. I do have an arc of it, so I'll probably be getting into it sooner than later, but this one is, like I said, a new fantasy romance from her. I think it is dealing with light and dark fae. I know the hero is a wraith, and I think him and the heroine are from like battling, warring families, something like that, and a marriage type of deal is struck between them, so I think it goes from there. I'm excited for a new fantasy romance from Juliet. Honestly, I've read so many of her books and really enjoy them. She's kind of one of those like just auto read authors for me, whether it is her small town, her contemporary, her paranormals, any of her books, I will just pick them up and read them. And then jumping into October, on October 15th is From Here to Eternity by A.L. Jackson. This book has me dying, anticipating, salivating over this cover, the tropes. I'm so excited and ready for this book. All right, so let's run down the tropes. So this one has a broody single dad, touch her and die vibes, he falls first, ex-motorcycle club, band of brothers, heroine on the run, love that, a morally gray hero, a small town, and secret society as well. I am so ready for this book. I love A.L. Jackson's books, and I'm very excited for this one. And then on October 22nd, we have The Striker by Anna Huang. This book was pushed back, I think, just a month in the release date, which again, like I said, have so many books to read, so that's totally fine with me. This one I am very excited for. So this is kind of different than her usual billionaire romances, and I'm here for it because I love sports romance. So this one, let's see, I think it is Brother's Rival, says yes, she's the only woman he wants and the only one he can't have. So I love that like forbidden element. I think the hero in this one, it says that he is a living legend, the darling of the Premier League, and arguably the greatest footballer in the world, but his reckless antics and recent team transfer have caused much controversy, and when his feud with his rival turned teammate cost them a championship, they're forced to bond during off-season cross-training. Surviving the summer shouldn't be hard until Asher meets their new trainer. She's beautiful, talented, and no matter how hard he tries, he can't take his mind off of her. The only problem, she's his rival's sister and completely off limits. So I am dying for this book. This also says that the heroine is a former prima ballerina whose career was cut short by a tragic accident. So now she's a teacher at a prestigious dance academy, but still haunted by ghosts of her past. And so it says she swore she would never date a footballer, but when her brother leaves town for an emergency, she finds herself thrown into a dangerously close proximity with the gorgeous, charming striker. Ooh, I'm so excited for this one. The blurb, I haven't read the blurb yet, and now I'm very excited. All right, on October 24th is the latest from Laura Pavlov. So this is Finding Haze, and this is going to be book 5 in her Magnolia Falls series. series. I've loved this entire series so much, and I feel like for Small Town, Laura just hits so right. So if you haven't picked up any in this series, highly recommend. So Finding Hayes, it says it's coming out October 24th. It's Small Town, Marriage of Convenience, Grumpy Sunshine, a firefighter hero, and returning to their hometown. So I am so excited. Like I said, I will read anything that Laura Pavlov writes, so I'm so excited for this one. On October 29th is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. I am so excited for this one as well. You're gonna hear me say I'm so excited because I'm genuinely so excited for all of these releases. This cover is so beautiful and I'm so excited. I have pre-ordered this one, so I can't wait for it to arrive. I've read everything that this author's written. Love her books so much. Let's see what this one is about. I think it's obviously holiday themed, and I know it's sapphic as well. So yeah, this one says it's been 5 years since Charlotte was ditched at the altar by her ex-fiance, and she's doing more than okay. It says that she has her strings ensemble, the Rosalind Quartet, and her life in New York is a dream come true. But as the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Sloan persuades Charlotte and the rest of the quartet to spend Christmas with her family in Colorado. It's much cozier and quieter than Manhattan, and it would guarantee more practice time for the quartet's upcoming tour. But when Charlotte arrives, she discovers that Sloane's sister Adele also brought a friend home, and that the friend is none other than her ex Brighton. Ooh, so it's second chance romance? Oh my god, I'm even more excited now. I love second chance romances so much. So yeah, I love that. I'm not going to read the rest of the blurb, but I'm excited just from that alone. All right, so now jumping it to a November release. So on November 19th, we have Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. So stinking excited for this one. This is the third book in her Sparrow Falls series. This is a small town series, romantic suspense vibes. I know for sure we haven't had a cover reveal, and I don't even think we've had a blurb reveal yet either, but I know that this one is a single mom heroine and a hockey star hero. And I am just so ready for all these things. I'm so excited for Catherine to write a hockey hero. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for this couple's book as well. So yeah, I cannot wait for this next book in the Sparrow Falls series. Both books so far in the series have been 5 stars for me. I love Catherine Cowles so much. If you want small town with like an emotional element to the characters as well as like that romantic suspense vibes, highly recommend her books. All right, jumping into December releases. So on December 3rd, we have Keep Me by Sarah Kate. This is the first book in her Sinful Manor series, and I am so excited. I've read most of Sarah Kate's books and I just love them so much and always have a good time. It says there's going to be 3 books in the series. I know this one's set in Scotland, and honestly that alone and the cover sold me. This one is Marriage of Convenience, Enemies to Lovers, Broody Hero, and Forced Proximity. All right, so the blurb for this one basically says that the hero is a broody Scot and he has turned his famous ancestral home in Scotland into this like party house, or like he holds these like raunchy parties there. The heroine in this one is from New York. She is the daughter of like some famous but like neglectful parents, and so she comes to Scotland to kind of look into a family heirloom of hers. She ends up sneaking into the party of one of the heroes at his house and then runs into him. And then I know that the hero's family is like tired of him doing whatever he's doing, having all these raunchy house parties. And so they basically have to have this like marriage of convenience situation. I'm so excited. Like Scotland, grumpy, broody hero, here for it. All right, and then on December 10th, we have Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. I absolutely love Lana Ferguson's books so much. I fell in love with her writing last year with The Nanny and then again with The Fake Mate. Loved both of those. She has had so many different releases. She had the single dad nanny romance in The Nanny, which I loved. She had The Fake Mate, which was kind of like a contemporary doctor setting, but it was also paranormal, fake mates, alpha omega vibes. So good. Obsessed with that one. She just had The Game Changer this summer, which was a baker heroine and a hockey hero, and he was her brother's teammate. That one was fun as well. And so this one I'm so excited as well because she's shaking it up again and going monster romance, Scotland, Loch Ness monster vibes. I am so here for this one and so excited. The cover is honestly just so cute, and she has become an auto-buy author for me, and so this one as well. I have it pre-ordered and I can't wait. Then on December 4th, we have Empire of Temptation by Mila Finelli. I'm so excited for this one. I love Mila Finelli's mafia romance series and her historical romances as Joanna Shupe as well. Love both of her series books so much. I've read everything that she's written under both pen names. I am a stan for life. So this one was just announced recently and I'm very excited. So it says that her Kings of Italy series was about the Canadian women who go into Italy and trying to fit into a completely different world. Now this new series is going to be the reverse of that. So Italian mafia dons hiding out in a small town in New York's Hudson Valley, and the series is called New York State of Mafia. I love that so much. I cannot wait for this first book in the series. on December 4th. All right, on December 6th is a new to me favorite author already. So this is going to be Bourbons and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. This is the follow-up to her book Bourbons and Lies, which I absolutely loved so much. It's one of my favorite reads of the summer. I read it in August. It was my favorite for August, and it's definitely probably going to be one of my favorites of the year as well. I love this book so much. It was a small town romantic suspense, very like gritty with the romantic suspense, which I enjoy, kind of getting into more of those gritty, darker sides of the suspense elements. It follows these brothers who own a bourbon business with their grandfather in Kentucky, and I was just so obsessed with the characters already. We got to see all of the side characters who of course are going to be getting the next books in the series, and I cannot wait because I'm so obsessed with all of them. It has very much like kind of alpha broody heroes who are like flirty though with the women that they love, and then the heroines are very sassy and brazen and will just like say it how it is, which I love. So yeah, very excited for this next one. I don't think there's a blurb or a cover yet, but I am just so ready for it. So yeah, December 6th is going to be Bourbons and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. On December 10th is No Ordinary Duchess by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is the long awaited third book in the Grey Court series, which I have been waiting for years now. I feel like it got pushed back so many times. I actually didn't believe it was going to be released this year because it was supposed to be in the fall, got pushed back to the winter, and I was like, oh, it's not coming this year. But then I got an ARC that showed up on my Kindle recently, so I know it's definitely coming and done, and I cannot wait. So yeah, December 10th, this is a historical romance. I am all caught up on Elizabeth Hoyt's books, so I was needing a new book from her, and I'm very excited. I do have a whole author guide on my channel as well for her books, so if you want to go watch that and see where to start, definitely recommend. I cannot wait for this one. This one says Julian Greycourt, the new Duke of Windermere, is called the Duke of Ice because of his complete Arctic control. One glance from the Duke's icy blue eyes has been known to make men faint. Windermere is correct, dispassionate, and completely ruthless. There are rumors, though, about the scandalous demands he makes of his paramours in the bedroom. Lady Elspeth de Moray, the thoughtful and shy youngest sister of the Duke of Ayr, only wants to end the warfare between her brother and Windermere, so when Windermere suggests a truce bound by a marriage between the families, Ayr immediately turns him down, but Elspeth, knowing that this may be the only way to bridge the peace between the families, secretly goes to Windermere and offers herself up as his bride. Oh, I'm so ready for this book. So yeah, this one is out on December 10th, and I cannot wait. I might have to dive into it sooner than later, honestly. That blurb alone, so excited. Speaking of historical romances, and my historical romance queen is delivering us a goodie right before Christmas. So we have A Tempest of a Desire by Lorraine Heath on December 24th, and I am so ready for this book. This is another author that I have read majority of her historical romances. I have an entire author guide for her on my channel as well. I love her books so much, and I am dying for this book. This is going to be book 5 in her Scandalous Gentleman of St. James, which is a spinoff of the Scoundrels of St. James series, which if you have read either of those series, you know they follow these families and now these second generations of their children, and I am just here for it. I want all the books from these families. I love them so much. All right, so this book, it says that Lorraine Heath is returning to her fan favorite series, The Scandalous Gentleman of St. James, with the story of a Viscount who has retreated to a small secluded island only to have a mysterious and beautiful woman wash up on shore. After surviving a horrific railway accident, Viscount Langdon retreats to his private island to recover and conquer the nightmarish memories that continue to haunt him. The very last thing he wants or expects is for London's most infamous courtesan to wash up on his beach. So excited. Marlowe is known for her bold flirtations, but her most daring exploits involve flying in her hot air balloon. Okay, so when a storm blows her off course, she discovers herself alone with the Isle's only inhabitant. The gorgeous, seductive lord tempts her beyond reason, but giving in to temptation would lead to her ruination because the all-consuming liaison would demand complete surrender, and she has secrets to protect. Ooh, Lorraine Heath loves to only like give a little bit in her blurbs, and like the plot and the story just kind of like, it's like an iceberg. I always refer to her as like an iceberg, like the blurb is up here, but really the story is so deep and twisty in a good way, and I love them so much about her. So it says Langdon finds the captivating beauty near impossible to resist, but he can't risk her learning the true reason behind his isolation. However, a powerful tempest of a desire is swirling wildly between them, urging them to give in to the perilous passion that could destroy them or perhaps show them the way of love. So here for it. I love a historical romance blurb. They always just like pull you in and grip you. Dying for this book. I cannot wait. I think I actually do have an arc of this one as well, possibly. Love Lorraine Heath. Like I said, she's my historical romance queen. All right, and then the last one, like I said, I was only going to do 15. So on December 26th, we have Forever Wild by Rebecca Jinchak. This is going to be book 5 in her Wildcat hockey series, which I love this series so much. I feel like it's kind of underrated. I know her newest series, which I love as well, has been getting a ton of hype. Her Wildcat series, highly recommend checking out those. If you haven't yet, it's the perfect time to binge because you have until December 26th when book 5 comes out. This book, I don't even think we've gotten a blurb or definitely not a cover yet, but I am so excited. I know that's going to be Jack the hero's story, and I'm here for it. I love a hockey romance. Rebecca Jinchak writes sports romances so well, and I'm just so excited for a new book in this series from her. All right, so those are 15 of my most anticipated new releases for fall and winter of 2024. Definitely let me know in the comments if you are excited for any of these as well. If there are any that I didn't mention that you're super hyped for fall and winter, definitely let me know that as well. If you enjoyed this video, definitely let me know as well, because I might start doing these kind of like seasonally. It was kind of fun to just put 15 of my most anticipated for that season together. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. And of course, as always, I link all the books that I talk about in the description of the video as well. If you missed out on any, if you need to go back and see what I was talking about, if you want to go pre-order any of these goodies, highly recommend doing that as well. I've pre-ordered, I think, most of these, if not all of these that I just talked about. If they have pre-orders up, I pre-ordered them. So yeah, I'm very excited for these. If you'd rather leave an emoji in the comments instead today to let me know that you watched this video, maybe leave me a bat emoji since I have my like Stay Spooky season sweatshirt on with a cute little bats all over it. So yeah, do that because we're totally in spooky fall season right now. So leave me a bat emoji. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one.